Hi and welcome to my playhouse, and today we're on the parking lot of Nordic Computers, and that's because it's windy. Some time ago I took all of these hard drives that yeah, I don't think I need them at home anymore, they're too old. But as Nordic Computer is a computer broker, they deal in old hardware. So I thought that maybe it would be better to try and drive it up here and see if they would be interested in taking possession of this. So I have an appointment with Thomas in here, so I have to get all of this out of the car, and they have been in the car since I started that video back then. So I'll be more than happy to get rid of this. Okay, the little trolley can handle 50 kilograms. I'm sure I'm way over the limit. Whew, they're heavy. But I have to go find Thomas, and they say he's at the warehouse. So let's go check out the warehouse. Since I was here last, they have really been filling this warehouse up with equipment. This is just hardware heaven. Oh, okay. There he is. So, how do you do?
Hey Morten, you're welcome. Nice to meet you again.
You've been filling up the warehouse here.
Yes,
there is equipment.
We've been so busy since you were here last time. So everything has been changing, and it's running real fast for us.
I would say that people are not buying enough when you're stocking up on stuff.
My guess is that since you were here last time, we have doubled up the sale, and what you're seeing here is just stuff coming from the technicians while it's on the way into the warehouse. So this is just
this is all good stuff.
This is the queue for the warehouse here. This is all tested and certified and ready for sale.
Hard drives.
So, yeah.
There's a lot of equipment there. Cool. I have some drives for you.
Oh, that's nice. Let's see what we can do with that.
Yeah, these are the drives. They're of course worth a fortune, I know. Yeah, what do you do with drives like this?
Yeah, actually, it's quite nice thing you're coming with here. This is it's very old, some of it, yes, but actually it's pretty common that customers are coming here with different kind of discs, and the reason they're coming to us is because we can actually handle this different ways. One of the ways is we can destroy it, so it's actually physical, not existing anymore. I can show you how we're doing that. We also have a lot of customers on data centers. They want us to handle the data very personally and very safe, so they're sure that none of the data will actually become available for any other customers. So we're not allowed to sell that product again, but we actually destroy the data. Then we have the last section, and that's what we're doing here, and we can try to do it for you. What we do here is actually we assume that you have some data on it, where we can delete it, we can wipe it with different kind of certified software. What the software is doing is making an overwrite of the disks up to 32 times with different kind of patterns. We can guarantee you with a certification that actually it's all deleted. Yeah. If we come to that point, we can put it back to warehouse and sell it again.
Okay. It's quite an amazing setup you have here. There's 2 racks here, and with all the different disk shelves that you can imagine. Like up here is SAS drives, a little bit further down I saw some SCSI drives down in here. SCSI drives, and there are IBM, and there are HP, and there are NetApp, and there are EMC drives, and it's quite a setup.
Yeah. One of the experts we have on this is Shane. He's really expert in wiping different kind of disks and using the different kind of software that's available. And Shane, please explain what's going on here.
We try to cater for the most common disks we're working with. So here we've got some EMC NetApp storage shelves. They can also be used for generic disks. It's also possible just to take the disks out of the disk tray if it's not a disk that matches with these disk shelves, and there's a direct connection through to the server for the software.
And that would be the option for this one, right? If I wanted, if we wanted to wipe this.
That's a very old disk. There's not many of these around anymore. So obviously it's very difficult to find shelves for these anymore. It's been some years since I've seen these before, but internally the disk conforms to the SCSI standard with the same SCSI connection on the back there. So yeah, unfortunately with these we'd have to take them out of the disk bracket and put them in.
Cool. So you have prepared some of my drives here.
At the moment I think, I can't see any light on the disks, but there is power to the shelf now. I'll see if
it is blinking.
Some action there. We've connected up the cables, so I'll just see if Windows. No, it's not seeing the disk. You need to work with the SAS disks because the system just finds disks immediately. Working with the older fiber and SCSI disks, it tends to discover the disks one at a time, so it can be a little bit slow sometimes when you're dealing with large quantities of disks.
They're just popping up here in
but now the
Server Manager.
Is discovering it.
Okay. And these are all compact disks, you see?
They are.
And a Fujitsu drive. I kind of remember paying good money for those. Yeah,
they're older disks now. I think that might be it. We have 5 disks. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have them all.
Cool.
So if we look in the software as an example, we use several different programs that can erase data. This example erases to Department of Defense. I think it's 5220 standard. But this isn't certified software, because the certification for these companies is very slow and very expensive. But this is a good example for us because they don't charge licenses. So if a customer says, yes, we want a guarantee, we want some sort of report out of the system that you've wiped the software, but it doesn't have to be to a certified level. This is a good choice for us because we're not paying the licensing every time. We can see the disks here. See if we can see them. Down here somewhere here. So we can select these disks. I can select the whole bus, take them. We can choose the purge option here. Hang on, if I just go away from that, and then it'll bring up a menu for me. And here we've got the option that it can wipe to this standard. This is an American Department of Defense Erasure standard. So we've also got other options here.
So everybody else is not able to read them after that.
It's pretty much guaranteed. Even though it's not certified, it's doing the same job that certified software.
What actually if the customer needs some kind of a certified deletion, how do you do that?
Then it's not the software we'll be using. We have other software solutions we can use that are certified by government agencies, by the military, and give reports that guarantee that the erasure has been performed.
But the price goes up, right?
Exactly. These companies have paid a lot of money for the certification. They don't want to give their software for free. They're making a business out of it.
But it's similar to this. This is just license free.
Exactly.
But you were talking about 10, 12 euros per disc?
It varies from company to company. It also varies by how many licenses you purchase. Of course, if you're buying 10,000 licenses, you're going to get a cheaper rate than if you're buying 10.
Yeah.
So you have to evaluate how much you're going to be using the software.
How long would it take to wipe these 5 drives? They're small.
The odd one out here I can see is the 300 gigabyte.
Yeah, I don't think it's the 300 gigabytes that are in there because I'm too cheap to give you those.
So maybe we can see. I can't remember the old compact model numbers, but say they're all 36 gigabytes, are they 10K? Maybe to format them as 45 minutes.
Okay.
I think this standard is a overwrite of 3 times, so 3 times 45 minutes is generally when it's going to be finished.
Okay.
If there's any bad sectors, it might try and move them to another area. It tries to overwrite, so if a disk has any issues with it, obviously that's going to slow it down as well.
And it also comes out and tells you if it's a bad disk, right?
Exactly. It's pretty much all the software is very specific. If it hasn't been able to guarantee 100% wipe of the disk, it will alert you to that, because that's important information that we need to know.
Okay. And after that, it's ready to be rewrapped and sold again if anyone needs an old Scotchy 36 gigabyte drive.
Exactly. These are just server disks, so there's no specific information to the system that needs to be on them, so a white disk is just going to be able to work in the next system.
So what if the data is so important on these drives that I don't want them to be reused? What options do we then have?
Yeah, I'm just taking one of your disks here, and Shane has been so pleased to show us how this actually works. We do have several other options, because this can be pretty expensive because of the time and the labor we're using on it. The customer have to pay for this. We have some very quick ways to do it, and that's more magnetic destruction we're doing, and let's go out and see that.
Okay, let's go break some disks. Okay, yeah, this machine, we planned on doing that in the last video and we forgot about it.
Yeah.
You showed it to me, but then we forgot to film it. So
actually, it's pretty simple. This is actually following some American standards also concerning how to guarantee a deletion of the disks, of the data from the disk. And the way it works, it actually makes a magnetic field around the disks in a few seconds, and this is just enough to ensure that is with guarantee nothing left. You cannot reuse it, you can never recover it, there's nothing. Let's try. It's pretty automatically, just put it in here. You can see the display starting up with recycling. It's charging now. Now it's making the magnetic field.
Oh, we can stay a little bit away with the camera.
Done, and it's into the container.
And down here is a big container full of disks. Yeah. And we have actually dug one more up, so that we can. I'll just see the display. Judging. Data eliminated. Cool.
It's done. This is a very fast and easy way to do it, but of course there's no option for us to reuse the disk and sell it again. So this is only done for data, actually for disks that are very low value, or we know that it's defect, partly defect, so it's no value for us. So we do this.
So if it fails the test out there, it might go into this machine.
If there's too many bad sectors on the disk, we'll never sell it anyway. So we put it in here and then it's done. So that's that part of it.
Cool.
We have another option also, and let's go and see that.
Thomas is complaining he's drowning in equipment back here. There are so many EMC drives here. What a problem. Help the man.
We got these in yesterday. We've just been testing them. Very easy to sell, but you're welcome to buy them all if you want. It's M4 servers from IBM.
I like the brand.
Yeah, they're very heavy with the RAM, so it's very good CPUs. Very nice machine.
Oh, good amount of RAM and good CPUs?
Yeah, and low noise, so it's pretty good. This is the last way of destruction we can do, and this is not the magnetic field that we just saw, or the software deletion. This is a mechanical deletion. So it's actually a maculation where it will come up a small metal cone. The physical maculation is not done here, but the way we do it is actually put it into a container, and when it's filled up, we order in a mobile maculation, and it stands out here, and we put everything in there. The way we actually track everything here is because these kind of customers that want this service are customers that are very careful about the data that are on the disks. So they don't want any software deletion, they don't want any magnetic deletion, they want really physical destruction of the disks, so nothing can be done afterwards. So what we're actually doing is that we track the serial number, we take a picture of it, we put it on the certification with the customer PO, and the technician that actually does this, he puts his name and order number and everything. We have a small gap up here where we can squeeze in the disk. You cannot take it up again because there's a lock here, so you cannot take it up again. And when it's finished, as I said, there will be a mobile maculation machine coming in and actually opening the container. So
they come and they destroy it on
site here,
address.
so we actually know that nothing's been handled wrongly or badly or anything. And it will come out as small metal cones afterwards. It's very noisy and very physical. Yeah.
Cool. So 3 different ways to handle old hard drives.
Yes, that's true.
Cool. And old hard drives like the ones I just brought. Yeah. Maybe some of them can be sold. The rest will be destroyed, thrown out, scrap metal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But of course, if I'm selling this, I owe you some money because I will gladly pay you.
Oh, I'm so happy you got to that point.
Yeah. We'll actually pay you for some of these discs. If we can see the market value on it, the salespeople will register them on the warehouse and we can sell it again.
Yeah.
And this kind of money we actually, of course, give you for the seller where we buy the customer, where we buy the disc from. So in this case, that's you. So somehow you have money on your account now.
Cool. I have had a lot of good offers on these discs, but shipping just destroys any good deal that I can do on a disc like this. I could maybe ask 100 or 200 Danish kroners for an old drive like this. If I was to send that to the United States or to Canada or maybe even to Germany, that would be 300, 400, 500 Danish kroners in shipping. It's just not worth it. Up here at Nordic Computers, they have way better deals with the post office. They can ship way bigger because they do it every single day. So it's a better option for everybody. Thomas, he has a trash pile like no one else I know. So all this which is standing outside is on the way out. So if there is anything I can use here, he says that he's not gonna miss it. Oh, and interesting. Is this when you get new equipment in?
Just came in from one of our customers and we haven't went through it yet. But it's all kind of Cisco equipment, I can see. So it's a takeout. So within a few days we have went through it and opened it,
sorted
tested it, sorted it.
Thrown
Probably
some of it
also
out.
sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'll go through the piles here and see if there's anything that that Thomas don't need to throw out. I can help him with. Okay, Thomas has persuaded me to that I need some laptops. So we have found a couple of laptops here. This is DELL laptops from somewhere, and they have an i7 CPU. I don't believe I have a laptop with an i7. Oh, maybe I do, but well, I can have a couple of those. So I will say yes, thank you. So let's see if there are some. Oh, these cables, they are quite expensive too. I do believe I have some of those. Do I? QFSP connections. These are probably good for 40 gigabits. I think we need one of those. Let's have that one of those. Whoa. And anywhere USB 14 ports. If this is working, I just happens to know what these costs. I want that one too. Here there are some tiny PCs. I like tiny PCs. This is pretty cool. Not a really known brand, but I like the form factor, and there is 2 screen outputs, so I think we will borrow a couple of those. Patch cables and power cables, probably good cable for blade center or something like that. Power strip, pretty cool little one. Cable management arm. Some people would say that I need one of those. Some pretty beefy cable here. And they have taken down a UPS system as well. So there are some really big batteries here. Lots of them. Server equipment, mostly it looks like. I have one of those. Mine is in better order. SFPs. what that is. Switches, lots of switches. Here's an interesting thing. This is a KVM switch from IBM. So the idea is that you have a set of monitor, keyboard and mouse, and you can extend that to multiple servers, and with some combination of keys on the keyboard you can switch between different servers that you want to have the display viewed on, keyboard and mouse. So pretty cool. All switches here. Checkpoint software technology. This looks like some kind of very access control system, but I really don't know. Over here there are some blade centers. Oh, we have some HP blade centers here. I think these are old. Oh, there's a Cisco switch in the blade center, but some old blades here. I think maybe this is the 3000 series. I think it's old, that's what I think. These are the 7000 series. They've taken out the switches, but the management controllers and the entire chassis is there, and the fan blowers and stuff. So I came with a little trolley and I'm leaving with a little trolley, and I found out a couple of pieces of equipment that I think it will be fun to have a look at. So I better go find Thomas and say goodbye. Here they are preparing discs for reuse. These are data discs where the data is not important and you don't have to delete it, but you wipe them in this system over here.
That's right. Yes.
So
as part of the testing process, yeah, they get wiped anyway.
Yeah, and they fit 100 discs in here.
I think this model can actually go to a maximum of 240 discs, but right now we're a bit struggling with space, so we need to build it bigger than it is, so we can run the discs fast, run through them fast.
And it takes just as long to take 2 discs as 240.
Yeah, it's the same process. It doesn't matter for us when we set up the test, whether it's 2 discs or 100 discs, it's the same time. So it's preferable for us to fill the system every time we run it, and as many in one time as possible.
And I was told that you go through a couple of thousand discs every week.
That's probably true, yeah. There's a lot of discs.
That's a lot of discs.
It's big business.
Okay, but Thomas has shown up, and I was about to drag my little trolley away with all the goodies that I found out there, so I better say goodbye.
You're welcome, anytime.
Thomas is just approving my little trolley that I haven't taken anything that I came with trash and I'll leave with trash. So my old hard drives, they have really paid out. I got to go here to Nordic Computer and meet Thomas again, and I got my little trolley filled up with other usable toys. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again, and maybe we'll be back to hardware heaven over here another time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.